Hello, this is going to be a reading for the Divine Feminine, and I am Tainted Beauty. So the song you have playing is Vito's Selfish. It's not selfish in a bad way, it's selfish in a way that's saying, I love you and I don't want to share you with anyone else, which is basically how love is. It's not really selfish, but you have that love where you just like, I love you so much and I don't want to share you, nor do I want to share myself with anyone else. Like, I love you and only you, and I want this to just be you and us. No interference, no third parties, no extra people, nothing. So, but the song is a pretty song and it's really upbeat. So that's the vibe I'm getting right now from the feminine energy, just in love in a way that is, I don't want to share, just us. You know, that old school romantic love where you don't have to worry about this person, that person. So the cards I pulled at the base of it is ask. It says, ask us to help you in this situation and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We're governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we patiently await your requests. And at the center of it, you have time to go. So with time to go, I feel like it's time for you to either start your business or get in connection with who you know your counterpart is, whoever your counterpart is. Only you will know. And if you are confused about your counterpart, that's why you have ask. Ask and it shall be given unto you. And lean not into thine own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct that path. I feel like with so much going on, everybody's looking for a counterpart and making themselves a counterpart. Please don't create you a counterpart. Ask spirit to let you know. Let that person come to you, or it could be somebody who you neglected years ago. You just never know. So you have time to go, time to get your career started, time to get focused on you, time to get your joy, because you have joy in the surrounding energy. But at the center is time to go. So it is time for you to make steady progress in whatever you're doing. Either it's school, either it's writing, either it's singing, whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. Only you know. I'm not sure. It's time for you to go make steady progress in it, and don't worry about rushing. Because it says we can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. So make a steady progress and remember to keep love at the center of whatever you're doing. Make sure it is governed by love, whether it's singing, writing, playing, like whatever it is, make sure it's surrounding love. So basically it's time for you to get your love, your joy, and your peace, that thing that makes you get up in the morning, that thing that makes you focus, that thing that raises your vibration, that thing that draws goodness to you and out of you. It's time to get in. If you notice, she has a torch. She has a flame lit. She's ready to go and face the day, but it's not a big fire. It's a small, it's a light good enough for her to see. And as she has that torch in her hand, if you notice, my camera is not all that good, but if you notice, the front part of her is lit up. So the light that she's holding is the light that's within her. It's vibrating out of her. It's shining out of her. And that is what she's using to light the way to her destiny, to her focus, to her main purpose. And then you have law of attraction. So when I was looking at this, I realized this woman had a lot of stuff going on, like animals, forests, trees. There's so much stuff going on. She's attracting all that beauty, all that nature, all that warmth to her. But understand, even as she's attracting all of it to her, her hands are full. Even though she loves it, at this point, it's time for her to make steady progress. I looked at the cards and I was like, the law of attraction in the ocean is in a lower frequency. Because the law of attraction is good, but understand she has so much stuff going on and she can't focus. It's time for her to go, but she can't just drop everything. She has to ask spirit to, it says, at your request, we would gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. Even though this is a high frequency nature and beauty, but you need to be out in the world as well, but you have to be able to be in the world and have your own life. So hiding in nature, because I know that keeps us grounded, and I hide in nature. I'm like, I'd rather be in nature than in the world and society, but it's time for you to go do some things in society to uplift the vibration, to change the way people see the world, to share love, to operate in that love frequency that you are, because you are love. And on the right of the law of attraction, we had the ocean. Now it says the ocean helps you to heal. The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. So that one was deep, but for me, I always look at things deeper than what I see. So at the back of this, I see an ocean, but I see it not being the bright blue ocean that it is up here with the dolphin. I see a dark ocean. I see an ocean that's muggy. So I feel like in that regard, as it's being over here, I feel like you've attracted so much stuff that it caused you to just get into this deep clutter, this deep emphasis of just bogged down. So it's like it's time for you to free up that space. It's time for you to clear your energy, start attracting things higher that doesn't require so much attention from you. It doesn't require so much time, so that you have enough focus to be able to do the things that you strive to do, the things that you have strived to obtain. In this word, it says endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. And that's just saying, as you end this cycle of attracting so much stuff that requires so much of your time that you can't do anything and leaves you in a pit. This is a mess. I don't want to say this is a mess. I didn't mean to say it like that. But this ocean, that's not a healthy ocean. That's the correct word. I'm sorry. The ocean, that's not a healthy ocean. It's not healthy like this joyful ocean is. And so this was your lower energy at one time. This is the realm that you were vibrating on. Like it wasn't healthy emotionally, because that's water. Water always equals emotions for me. So you went from this lower emotion to this higher emotion where you make it steady part. And if you notice, this has a lot of animals and a lot of nature, but this only has like 3 people, 3 angels and a bird. And you still have nature with you, it's just not so much. And this one, she has one hand free and one hand holding the bird. Here, she was clean. She was holding it with both hands, just holding on to so much stuff. Like it was important, it was necessary, and it was helpful, and it was something, it was your mothering spirit. But it's time for you to just be you now. Time for you to just focus on the things that you need to focus on, and just be that woman, be that girl, be that person that you're supposed to be in society, rather than just being, having everybody pull at you. That's just like everybody and everything. And even though it's beautiful because it's a bright spirit, it's just sometimes you need time for yourself. And this is what the cards are saying for the feminine. So it's time for you to focus on the things you need to focus on and make steady progress. And your water has cleared up. No more damaged water. No more unhealthy emotions. It's cleared up, or it's starting to clear up. In the next couple of days or the next couple of weeks, it depends on when you're reading this. It's probably already clear. That is your higher self right there at the top. And I didn't even realize that was a lower frequency, because it is at the bottom of the cards. Now, for your clarifiers, or for just for more understanding, I just got the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress. I pulled it out, shuffled the cards, and that's what came out. The Empress is balancing her emotions, while I was saying that this lower frequency was just like unhealthy emotions. And when you become balanced in your emotions, you're able to identify that what's unhealthy and what's healthy, what's too much and what's, enough that you can handle. So you have the Empress, and I'm going to share you something. I'm going to say something so dope that I just realized. The Empress is balanced in her emotions. She knows what she's doing. She's still grounded by nature. If you notice the flowers, she's still lavish in her lifestyle, but she's stern. She's not aloof. She's not all over the place. She's serious about what she's doing. She has her pearls, and she's not mean to anybody. She's not antagonizing anybody. She's just saying, look, this is me. I represent a lot. I represent society. I represent nature. I'm here as an example of my father. That is how she feels about it. And the Ace of Pentacles is about your money, getting your value system up, working on the things that you need to work on, being stern about it, not letting anybody bring you down, not being foolish with your money, not just spending money recklessly, not being unwise, making sure that whatever you invest in is something that you can get out of, just understanding the laws. There's the laws of giving and receiving, making sure that you're just not putting money down on things that you can't get a proper investment out of. Just not buying cars recklessly, paying car notes for cars that don't even match the price, just doing things that are completely unethical. It's like you're focused on your money. You're realizing how much you can afford in a house situation, how much you can afford in your own business situation. And so that's what a feminine is. She's growing her mindset and growing her money and being healthy emotionally and financially, which is beautiful. Now, this is something I didn't realize. I just realized the Empress, which is dealing with the emotions, is over here. If you notice, it's right here to the right, which is by both of the cards that are dealing with emotions. Being emotionally stable, emotionally healthy. She's with both of the emotional card. And I didn't do that on purpose. It came out like that. And this card about money and work and doing and having everything budgeted out in a way that's healthy. Look at this. This is work. Mothering spirit. Being a mother to everybody. Just so much work going on. And then you learn to just be steady and not have so much going on. Boom. Ace of Pentacles. That's how you reach your Ace of Pentacles moment, because you learned to cut some of the stuff out through law of attraction that didn't matter. And now you're able to make steady progress, because it's like instead of having all those pentacles, like 7 pentacles and 5, you have that one that is bringing the most income. You have that one that is the most structure. You have that one that doesn't take up so much of your time. Hold on one second. Okay, so I apologize for that. I had to turn my pot off. So that's where the divine feminine is. She's just in a place where she's emotionally healthy. She realized the unhealthy things from her lower self, and she transcended it into light with that fire. She used that fire. She said, it's time for me to go from being, hold on one second. Okay, those were the kiddos. When I was walking back, I was like, that feels so good. You know, I'm happy for all the feminines who are in this space where they have transcended the darkness into light, using that emotional stability, using the strength of the Empress, and transcending that too much working, overworking, and not getting paid, because you work so hard you don't even get the pay you deserve, or the credit you deserve, or the respect you deserve, being that mothering energy. And you learn to say, you know what, if it's not going to work for me, I'm not going to work for it. Don't work for nothing that doesn't work for you. If it's not supporting you, unless it's service. If it's service, then that supports you, you know, emotionally, and gives you that sense of belonging and that sense of serving. So aside from service, like if it's not working for you, don't work for it. It's giving and receiving. It's reciprocity. If it's not doing anything for you, don't do anything for it. Do not waste your energy in 2018 on things that are not serving you and your highest good. And we are definitely not about to be overworking and feeling emotionally drained, emotionally dogged, emotionally barren. There's no reason for that. It's time to go get your joy. It's time to go get your life. It's time to go make a life for yourself, not get your life. It's time to make a life, because we have the ability to manifest. Ask if you don't like the life you're living, if you don't like the things that's going on, if you don't like overworking, maybe you're still in this lower energy. I don't know who this message is for, but maybe you're still in this lower energy. Ask Spirit to help you get to that higher self. And they will attune your, as it says, at your request, we will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. So Spirit knows that there's still some feminines in their lower energy for whatever reason, but there's no reason to be. And there's nothing wrong with it, because we've all been there. We've all been there. Nobody can say they've not been there. So anybody who's being disrespectful to you and calling you names for no reason, understand they have been there too. They just don't know how to help you, because your aura is just like, it's so strong and you're so protected. So some people are so fearful to even help you, because they know once you get that strength back up within yourself, you might just ditch the scene. You might just start cutting people out. You might just start letting people go. And your energy is so high. Look at that light around her. And they're afraid of that. So when you're down, some people don't want to help you get up, because they know that light is going to be back beaming, and that light scares them. Some people are afraid of the light, but that has nothing to do with you. And you need to be in a place where you can go make that steady progress and let go of all those things that's not serving you and all those things that are not working for you. You need some budget cuts right now financially, so that you can be secure. Putting money into too many projects and not getting any income is not worth it. You need that one project that is helping you blossom, helping you grow, not only financially but emotionally too. You need something that's helping you grow, because you have the finance and the emotional card, but both are a high level of emotion and a high level of finances. So you have both of those cards. So you only need those things. It's time to go get your blessing. Go get your blessing. It's time to go get it. But the song that was playing is Vito Selfish. You can look it up. It's just about her saying, I'm about to be selfish. I'm about to do what I want to do, the things that help me, the things that make me feel better, instead of doing everything for everybody else and being stuck here, emotionally drained. I'm going to do the things that bring joy and fulfillment in my life. That's it. Beautiful water, not this dirty water, not this unhealthy water, cleansing water. But the song is about him saying that he wants only her, and no one else, and he doesn't want to share her, and he doesn't want her to want anyone else. So that is your reading for the Divine Feminine. Basically, it's time for you to go, and don't forget to ask as you make that steady progress, because you need your spirit guides. You need God himself, because you will start lean not into thy own understanding. That's what I kept hearing. Lean not into thine own understanding. Do not ever think that you haven't figured out, and do not ever think because you see or hear something that it directly applies to you. Ask spirit is what part is for you and what part isn't for you, so that you can have a clear discernment. And so that's your reading for the next 2 weeks. I feel it could be for the next 2 weeks, or time has no limits. There is no time. It's just energy, space, moments. So it's only time when it comes to the physical world, like work, school. That's the only time that exists in life, the time that they put us in. But the energy is everlasting. So I'm not going to put a time frame on it. It's just in this moment, this is where the feminine is. This is where she's elevating to. And these cards are... It's really dope how these cards came out, but I'm gonna end it there. Just remember, it's all about your financial security, stability, and your emotional stability. It's about transcending that darkness, that weight that you went through, transcending it into light and freedom. The heavy burden, it's time to let it go. It's time to go. And that's your message. I'm Tainted Beauty. Have a good one, feminines.